Hey guys, my name's Kris. I'm 28 years old, FTM transgender. Just figured it out. And this will be my introduction video and also talking about, I guess, how I figured out I was trans, and why it took me so long to figure it out. I guess I should start off by saying that I lived, I guess, as a very feminine person for most of my life, um, but that I feel that was like a mask. That wasn't really who I was. Like on the inside, um, when I look back on my childhood, I recall uh, wanting to have a deeper voice, wanting to talk, walk, and look like a guy. But I never understood really that that might mean something. Um, and I mean, we just sort of accept, society's definition for who we are anyway. I mean, unless you unless you have some sort of information to begin with, I mean, who really just thinks of that? Um, anyway, so I guess that being said, I was different. I didn't really fit in with other girls. I knew that I could hang out with the guys in the library, and that'd be fine. And I got along with them, and we were good friends. And that lasted for a while. Um, anyway, so back to the girls. I was told, basically because I was acting outside of what is normal for a girl, that I wasn't being myself and that nobody liked me because I wasn't being myself. Um, and for an insecure, like, I don't know, 13, 14-year old, that's really hard to take. And I was really badly bullied, and I'd say that the bullying experience really beat the originality out of me. It got to a point where I just tried my best to fit in, and hopefully nobody would ever look at me, or talk to me. Um, except the guys. I had them. They were good company until I was developing, and I hated my body. Um, I had my guy friends who were suddenly becoming interested in me, and only interested in me for certain reasons. And so I tried to play up those traits, those physical traits. And I guess I spent some years hypersexualizing myself so I could have some company and some friends. I didn't know what else to do. Uh, anyway, so fast forward. I spent some years dealing with self injury, an eating disorder, all because really I didn't understand what it was about myself and my body that I didn't like. Even though I understood that my body was alright, pretty good actually for a cisgendered female. I had all the right stuff in the right places, so I should have been happy, right? But I wasn't, and I never understood why. And I put on a happy face and some makeup, and revealing clothes, and I played this character, I suppose. Never really knowing, that she was a character, that she wasn't real. Um, anyway, uh, I got married. I suppose also for friendship and company. Um, and it turned out to be a very bad marriage. And I got out of it. And I decided there were some things about myself, my sexuality, that I needed to explore. And I started dating some women. I met a genderqueer person. We became very serious. We had many conversations about gender and stuff like that. His experience. A lot about his experience reminded me very much of my own. And that was kind of interesting for me. It made me question some things. But I always told him I've always been cisgendered. I'm completely comfortable as a woman. I don't understand what it is to feel like my body doesn't match my brain. Um, and every time I said those things, I felt like I was lying. So, and that really made me feel uncomfortable. Made me feel very uncomfortable. Um, I didn't know what to do about it. And I cut my hair. And I told everybody it was just because I wanted to do something different. I wanted to fool around with my style. Um, and nobody really liked it. It's alright. Everybody thought I was going butch, even though I don't feel butch. That's another thing actually that told me something. Because like being female bodied and wanting to present more masculine, and not feeling really butch. I don't know how to explain what that means, but in my brain it makes sense. Um, um, so that was, I mean, it set some cogs going in my brain. I was looking at Tumblr and stuff like that, about like what it means to be like genderqueer or non-binary or something like that. But I didn't really feel like that was what I was experiencing. Um, and I decided I wanted to dress more masculine. But I wasn't really liking how men's clothes were fitting my female body. And that bothered me. Because I never felt okay in women's clothes. Um, I felt like men's clothes were what I wanted to be wearing, but that they looked completely wrong on me. Um, so fast forward a little bit. At this point, I've decided there's no reason to continue exploring this. This is causing people to have negative reactions to me. Um, I'm not as attractive to certain people as I was before. I should just give this up because this isn't safe. Um, and then, well, my ex now, got a new binder in the mail. And I asked him if I could try it on. And I did, and he helped me get all dressed up, and I looked in the mirror and I felt handsome, and like I looked as close to myself as I ever had in my life. Um, and I cried. I cried a lot for several days. It shook me emotionally. Um, and I knew this meant something. And I thought about it, and I thought about it, and I thought about it. And I woke up one morning and um, I told Lee, I feel like I'm a man dressed in women's clothes right now. And I guess that's when I figured it out. Um, and I guess it only took me so long because I had accepted everybody's definition of who I was. And, I mean, throughout my life, I had mentioned to like ex partners and stuff that I felt more masculine on the inside. Like I might maybe be more like a man on the inside, not really knowing what that could mean. Um, and everyone always told me, no, no, Crystal, you're a girl. Um, and you've always been a girl, and you're so girly. I mean, how could you ever think that? Um, anyway, so that's how I figured it out, and that's why it took me so long. I've been to my therapist. I have the gender dysphoria diagnosis. Um, I mean, I know who I am now, and things are actually a lot better. Um, accepting yourself makes all the difference, actually. So, anyway, subscribe for similar videos. I'll be making videos about when I start tea in a month or two, and just general feelings and thoughts about being trans. Thanks for watching. Have a great night.